Hi, welcome back. It's Rachel again. And today I'm going to be talking to you about how I did a makeup no buy in 2019. So, to start off, the first thing I recommend is focusing on other goals that you have. Like, what could you be spending your money on instead of purchasing that makeup, buying that eyeshadow palette, whatever it may be. I was getting married that year, so for me, I was able to focus on putting my money towards that large expense. So, that's something you guys could try and think about. Maybe it's a car or a house or a large purchase in your adult life that you want to do. For me, it was a wedding. So, I was able to ignore a lot of the impulses I would have had because I was getting married. So I was able to focus on that and think whenever I wanted to try and buy something that, hey, maybe I don't need that product because I want to do X, Y, and Z for my wedding. So that's what helped me. That was the first thing that helped me. The second thing that helped me, I keep looking over because I have a little note on my tablet of talking points. The second thing that helped me was that I deleted all the makeup applications off my phone. I deleted a lot of shopping applications off my phone that year, so then they wouldn't tempt me with their sales. They usually have banners on their front page of their sales. So that was really helpful because I wasn't going on the app constantly because I had deleted the apps off my phone, which helped me avoid that temptation. And then a third thing that I thought was really helpful was not only did I delete the apps from my phone, I also unsubscribed from emails. All the sale emails like, hey, we're having our 20% off coupon at Ulta, or VIB sale, or 21 days of Ulta beauty sale. So that was really helpful because I wasn't seeing those constant emails pouring in about what sales were going on and how I needed the new hot item. I think it's a lot easier now after we've been through the pandemic to avoid a lot of that, but this was pre-pandemic, so that was really helpful. I basically closed myself off from a lot of the makeup ads that I might be getting in my life, and I avoided, possibly tempting myself by avoiding those ads, whether they were in my email or just on the application itself. And then I think that this could be really helpful for a lot of people because it can show you maybe where you're spending too much, and you could do it for clothes in your life, you could do it for makeup, shoes, bags, whatever you think you're spending too much on. And I think this truly has had a lasting impact on my life, this makeup no buy I did in 2019, because when I first did the makeup no buy, I started tracking my makeup inventory in 2019 on an Excel spreadsheet. So since then, I've decreased my makeup by over 200 products. I started, I think it was with 354 in 2019, and I count each individual eyeshadow pan in that, and I've, through decluttering and project panning, gone from 354 to, I believe it's 148 right now. And that is something I'm quite proud of. I only have like 40 eyeshadows in my collection. I don't really use eyeshadow. I've found this out about myself though. Over the last 3 years, I've been learning about my makeup consumption and about what products I should actually be putting my money towards. Like eyebrow pomades are so wonderful because they last so long. I went through an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade, which took a very long time. It took 1.5 to 2 years for me to go through that with consistent use. Almost every single day I was using this product. And that showed me that even though it was, I think I bought it when it was like $18. I don't know what the price on that is now. But when I bought it, it was about $18, so less than $20 after tax. And I used that well over 100, I think well over 200 times, which really showed me where I could get a bang for my buck. I used up almost every single eyebrow pen or pencil that I had in the matter of a month or two. So that showed me that those products weren't worthwhile for me to purchase in the future when I wasn't on a no-buy. Now, one thing I will say is, as I said, I did get married that year. So I did allow myself, when we went on our honeymoon, to purchase products if I wanted, makeup products. And I did end up purchasing some products. I got 4 of the same color lip liner because I loved it so much. I got 1 in another color. I got a lipstick, a makeup brush that I don't know what happened to it. It was a wonderful makeup brush. And then I got a couple face masks, I think. But that I consider more along the lines of skincare versus beauty products. But the lipstick, the lip liners, and the makeup brush, I all consider that part of my makeup consumption. But I did allow myself to purchase when we were on our honeymoon. We were in Italy. I went to a Kiko store, and that's the products I bought. Kiko Milano, which is a really inexpensive brand in Italy. I ended up paying only about $2 USD after the exchange rate. It was less than $2 per lip liner. And the lipstick, I don't remember how much it was. I ended up giving that to my mother-in-law, but it was less than $5 USD. Very inexpensive. And I didn't spend a lot on makeup when I was there because, as I said, those were the products that I bought. I bought 5 lip liners, a lipstick, a makeup brush. I think the makeup brush was one of the most expensive at like $6 or $7 after the exchange rate. Oh, and I bought a primer. It was considered a face moisturizer, but I used it as a primer. So I considered that part of my makeup consumption, and that was actually about $10 USD. So I did allow myself to have a cheat, so to speak, during my makeup no buy. But I didn't purchase any products outside of that, outside of my honeymoon, outside of the 2 trips to the Kiko Milano store in Rome. I did not buy makeup that entire year, which for me was a big feat at the time because this is more when the influencer collaborations were popular. So a lot of them were coming out at the time. I was purchasing a lot of them. Say in like 2018, I got like the Emily Noel palettes. I got the Jaclyn Hill palettes, the new ones. So for me, this was kind of a challenge. But with me getting married, I focused on that and why I really wanted to do the no buy. So that's kind of my tips and tricks, how my no buy went in 2019. And as I said, I do believe it has had a lasting effect on my life because I no longer purchase items as impulsively as I used to. My makeup collection is a lot smaller than it used to be, as I mentioned, from 354 products to about 148 in 3 years. So through decluttering, not a lot of declutters, and when I would declutter, it was mostly eyeshadows that I wasn't using or eyeshadows that were far too old. So that's more so what I would do, was the project panning. And I did quite a few project pans in the last 3 years, just kept track of it on my own. So as I was saying, project panning really seems to have helped me a lot with slowing down on my makeup purchases, because I find that I'm not able to consume makeup as much as I wanted to purchase it back in the day. So now I'm able to go through blushes more quickly because I love wearing so much blush. Right now I'm wearing 2 blushes, a cream and a powder. But before, I wouldn't wear this much blush. So I wouldn't go through blushes that quickly, and I had maybe 13, 14, 15 blushes a couple years ago, and now I have 9. So I've really tried to slow down on my consumption of makeup. Well, I shouldn't say consumption, my purchasing of makeup. And I think project panning, like I said, has truly helped me see how long it takes for me to use up a product. I found that I don't feel I need that many bronzers or powders. Blushes I love. I wouldn't mind having more blushes, but I told myself maybe once I get to like down to 6 blushes, I'll buy 1 or something like that. And it'll be like a more high-end one, like an Hourglass blush, or maybe a Natasha Denona blush, or something like that. Something that I've been wanting to try, that's been in my loves list, either on Sephora or Ulta. And then I can, splurge a little bit on that one item and hope that it performs as I have heard some of those products do perform. That's pretty much all I have for you. If you have any questions on my no buy, you can leave them in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. And that's pretty much all I have for you. Bye.